The molecules of life are chiral. Understanding the origin of chirality would give us insight into the beginning of life on Earth. First, let's understand what a chiral object is and see how it's different than an achiral or symmetrical object. Look around. You will see a lot of things that are symmetrical. You can draw a plane of symmetry dividing these objects. They are the same on both sides. But look at a pair of sandals. The left sandal and the right sandal are not the same. You wouldn't put your right foot in the left sandal. These objects are mirror images of each other. They are chiral. Let's look at some other things. A machine screw or corkscrew are other examples of chirality. The windings are right-handed. This happens to be the same with the familiar helix of DNA, another right-handed helix. You can invert these objects, it still winds in the same direction. In chemistry, when a molecule is asymmetrical and it cannot be overlaid on its mirror image, it is said to be chiral. The word chiral is derived from the Greek word chir, meaning hand. Your hands are an example of mirror images that cannot be superimposed. The molecules of life are organic compounds, meaning they contain carbon atoms. Carbon can make 4 bonds to other atoms shown here as colored spheres. Let's bring in the mirror image structure. We see that they are distinct and cannot be overlaid. If we align the yellow and red spheres, the blue and magenta ones do not line up. If we align the blue and magenta spheres, the yellow and red ones do not line up. They're different. Let's look at the structure of alanine, one of the 20 amino acids that humans use to make proteins. We can draw this molecule in its 2 chiral forms, either as D-alanine or as L-alanine, but nature always uses the L form, not the D form. The other 19 amino acids are all L amino acids, except for glycine, which is not chiral. Plants and animals use the L amino acids exclusively. This is homochirality. Let's look at another example. D-glucose is the breakdown product of starch and is one of the energy sources circulating in the blood. It's a chiral compound, and living organisms only use the D form. The sugar that forms the backbone of DNA, deoxyribose, also is chiral, and the DNA from every animal uses the D form only. The observation that all life uses only one form, left-hand amino acids and right-hand sugars, is called homochirality. Homochirality is an intrinsic property of all life forms. The corollary to this is, where there is homochirality, there is life. In the present era, homochirality seems inevitable. After all, plants and animals, all organisms synthesize chiral compounds because we are made of chiral proteins. We consume food that is composed of chiral compounds. Homochirality is conserved through the natural world. Where did the molecules of life come from? If we try to imitate the prebiotic conditions on Earth, as Stanley Miller and Harold Urey did in 1952, by filling a flask with water vapor, methane, and ammonia, and then ionizing the gas by adding a voltage across the electrodes, we would see, after several days, the formation of biomolecules, including alanine and other amino acids. But they are mixtures of both the right and left-handed forms, that is, they are racemic mixtures. To make a chiral molecule, you have to start with something chiral, either a chiral reactant or a chiral catalyst. If chirality begets chirality, then how did it get started? If we go back to the primordial soup where life began, no, let's go back to the big beginning, the Big Bang. There were only particles. There were no molecules, and certainly no chiral molecules. The particles expanded and cooled to make galaxies and stars and planets. And eventually, life started in the vast oceans of the young Earth and evolved to give us the life forms that we have today. How chirality started and how homochirality came to predominate are among the great mysteries in science, and a lot of deep thought and experimentation have gone into the question. Well, one thing we know, for homochirality to take hold, we had to have a symmetry breaking step. sometimes called breaking the mirror. Right-handedness or left-handedness would have to predominate either through a small random event or from an external physical force. The next step would be amplification. The small imbalance in handedness would have to be increased, either through self-replication or through synthesis of another chiral compound. Finally, through molecular evolution, the chiral molecules would have to proliferate. They would have to be more stable and better able to self-replicate than their symmetric cousins. This process, symmetry breaking, amplification, and proliferation, may have occurred before life on Earth started, or the two events may have proceeded together. At this point, we simply do not know.